We are here in Laos, and I have with me the ambassador of India to Lao PDR, Prashant Agrawal. Thank you, sir, for joining us. If I may ask, Laos will be the host of ASEAN Summit this year. How is India looking at it?
Well, this year is a very important year for India's partnership with ASEAN because this year we are marking 10 years of India's Act East policy, which was formulated under Prime Minister Modi's vision. And a very active implementation of this policy has led to our comprehensive strategic partnership with ASEAN, which manifests in several dimensions. Uh, the chairmanship of Lao has the theme of enhancing connectivity and resilience, and these are our shared priorities. If I speak only about connectivity, for example, there are a number of shared priorities. For example, creation of digital infrastructure, given India's own prowess in creating our DPI, the digital public infrastructure, while ASEAN works on its own digital outlook. We are, of course, also engaging bilateral with ASEAN member countries. And there are also a number of critical synergies with Prime Minister Modi's initiative of Indo-Pacific initiative vis-a-vis the ASEAN outlook on Indian Pacific. And since we have a very close civilizational connect, the people-to-people connectivity remains fundamentally important with our ties of Buddhism and Ramayana, the growing number of tourists from both sides, and academic and scholar exchanges, including to universities like Nalanda. So these are some of the shared priorities.
So, talking geopolitically and strategically, how important is ASEAN when it comes to India's Act East policy and Indo Pacific policy?
Um, on all occasions, India has emphasized ASEAN centrality in Indo-Pacific. So our engagement with ASEAN is a key pillar of India's wider engagement in the Indo-Pacific as a whole.
So, if I can just take it forward, you spoke about DPI. The digital public infrastructure is a huge success when it comes to India's diplomacy. We have seen it in Sri Lanka, we have seen it in Mauritius, in Middle East as well. It's slowly gaining momentum. When it comes to Laos, it is a country which has a lot of interest in India culturally, but when it comes to DPI, how much of interest do you see in this country?
India's successes in DPI, its cost effectiveness, its robustness, its scalability, and its ability to create that last mile connectivity to reach out to the people in far flung areas as well and bring them into the fold of financial inclusion is a remarkable story. And that story is very well known. For Lao PDR, when we offer to engage in this critical sector, we see a lot of willingness because creation of digital infrastructure is a priority for Lao PDR as well. So we are working on specific initiatives so that the benefits can come to the peoples of both sides.
So my last question would be: there's a lot of issues with the illegal scam and other issues that have been involving Indians, and your embassy itself has rescued about 450 plus Indian nationals who were trapped into these fishing jobs here in Laos and in the surrounding areas as well. If you can tell us about the details of that front, how you are coping with it, what are the challenges you're facing, and how is your embassy here in Laos working on it?
The challenges that you mentioned are prevalent at several places. We have some challenges emanating from Lao PDR as well, but we are very happy that through very concerted action with Lao authorities and authorities back home in India, we have been able to successfully rescue and safely repatriate 488 Indians so far. This is an issue of topmost priority for the embassy and for authorities back home. We have the Ministry of External Affairs as well as the embassy has very widely disseminated advisories in this regard. India's law enforcement authorities have been taking stringent action. So everything possible that can be done is being done to tackle this challenge.
Thank you, sir. So you heard it here. This was Ambassador of India to Laos PDR, Prashant Agrawal, telling us that how the embassy here is not only working on the cultural connect of India and Laos, but also facing challenges and answering those challenges when it comes to cases like fishing, where Indians are illegally moved to Laos and are trapped in illegal activities.